I have some news that I've been waiting over a year to tell you.
High clouds drifting away, leaving those shadows under.
I'm Tam, and I live on Sydney's northern beaches. 2020 inspired me to be a little more creative in how I continue to travel. Who says you can't have adventures in your own backyard? Join me and watch all my new videos as we explore this beautiful part of the world.
This morning, I found what I think is one of the best parking spots in Sydney. Let me show you where I am. Check out this view. So I am parked in front of my favourite place in Sydney. I'm in front of Sydney Harbour, and there's the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House right behind me. Now, it's paid parking here most of the time, but what a lot of people don't realise is up until 8:30 in the morning, this whole strip in front of the water is free parking. So I've pulled up here this morning, I've had breakfast, I've had $1 million views, and I've started my morning in my favourite place in Sydney. I don't think the day can get any better than this.
Sydney Harbour is the world's largest natural harbour, and it's home to some of the big icons of Sydney, including the Opera House and the Harbour Bridge.
Free harbour parking is up, so I've gone a little down the street where there's 2-hour free parking during the day. If you want more time, way down the road there's 8-hour free parking, but for me, I'm fine just here. Let's go explore, maybe walk over some water.
So about my big news, well, there's a few things you need to know first.
So last year during Sydney's lockdown, I really felt stuck. I had bought the van a year ago and had barely been to many places. I bought it to travel and that's all I wanted to do. So I made the decision at the start of the year that I wasn't going to see out the end of this year sitting behind my desk in an office. During lockdown, I came up with an idea where I would travel around Australia and make content for the company that I worked for. That's the real reason this YouTube channel started, to give me the practice to prove to my company that I could do it. Everyone loved the idea and approvals were taking a little long, but it actually looked like the project was going to go ahead.
I've spent the last year working so hard to bring my idea to life. I was still working full-time, so after hours I was cramming in all my project work, as well as trying to maintain this YouTube channel to keep my skills up for when we officially went live. My project was so unique, and it was going to be a game changer for my company.
Then we hit a roadblock. I won't go into detail, but it kind of looked like my company wasn't in the position to take up the project. That was around the time of my last vlog. I had 2 flat tires in a week, and my hopes for traveling around the country for my company were deflating as well. Now, I said we could walk across water, but you can't do that from here. We need to go back up the road.
You can get across the harbour to Circular Quay or Darling Harbour by ferry at Milsons Point. Head to Luna Park by the water and you'll see the departure points. If you've got the time, you can walk over the bridge. Head up the road near Milsons Point Station and you'll find the access points.
There's an elevator. We're taking the stairs.
You know that feeling when you spend all your time setting up the perfect shot only to have someone walk through your frame? You can wait it out until the path is clear to take off again, but what I really wanted to do is to take the steps I needed to make sure I wasn't still sitting behind my desk at the end of the year.
Get out of your head. Don't say it won't yet.
Remember my last vlog? When the going gets tough, the tough Well, the tough just quit her job.
Push the pedal and lay back. Take a breath and stay on track.
I have 2 weeks to go and then I'm heading off on a lap around Australia.
High clouds drifting away, leaving no shadows under. First step out of the maze, follow the path and wander.
I've decided to stop waiting for someone else to dictate my next move. I'm going travelling and I'm following through on the idea I had a year ago. My company wasn't ready, but that doesn't mean the same for others. I'm going to be using my skills as a graphic designer, a photographer, and a videographer to make content around Australia. Vanlife Shots is finally getting some photography content.
With no regret, we don't have to look back.
The Sydney Harbour Bridge is one of Australia's most recognised and photographed landmarks. There are 7 vehicle lanes, a 24-hour bus lane, 2 train lines, a footpath and a cycleway. The construction of the Harbour Bridge began in 1923 using the labour of 1,400 workers and was completed 8 years later. It's the largest steel arch bridge in the world, and the bridge is so huge that it takes a team of 100 people to paint it, and by the time they've finished, it's time to start the process again. The Harbour Bridge has 4 pylons at each corner, which are completely decorative. They serve no other purpose than to enhance the style and the bridge's appearance.
Here's a tip. Most people go down the stairs to the harbour and the water. Try up the stairs. There's a different view that way.
This path looks like it goes nowhere, and I've seen so many people turn back thinking it's a dead end. Some things can start out looking so great and then take an unexpected turn for the worst. It's easy to think about giving up, but if you persist and take the road less travelled, it might just lead you on a path to the best views you could ever imagine.
Just keep walking around this bend. It looks like a dead end, but trust me, it'll be worth it. When life is sending you messages to stop or slow down or stay behind your desk, just look a little closer. Maybe one door is closed, but there's always another door, or a window, or even a roof hatch. Just keep searching and you'll find the path you're looking for.
I never gave up on my dream to travel the country. My road trip now might look a little different than how I originally planned, but who knows? This new project of mine could just be even better than the first.
I'll see you on the road.